Hello, everyone. My name's Pan, and welcome to another edition of Bluebird Corner, the Cardiff City fans podcast. Today, we'll look forward to City's next League One game on Saturday against Luton Town at Kenilworth Road. Kickoff is 12:30 live on Sky Sports Plus. So we'll look at the form going into this game, some past players that played for both sides. Look at the sides that are likely to be put out for the game. Got some feedback from Luton fans as well, what they think will happen in this match, and we'll also do some predictions at the end. So City go into the game against Luton, sitting in second place. Very good start for BBM side. We've got 3 wins and a draw so far. So an encouraging start with a number of young players in the side. The average age 22, 5-6 Welsh lads starting most games. So it's a really encouraging start, and a lot of fans are rightly getting excited. Obviously hoping for a few more signings, I think, to make sure that excitement continues. But it is an encouraging start. So City have played Luton 68 times, and during that period we've won 21, drawn 17. The last 5 occasions we played Luton, we've actually lost. And the last time we beat Luton was in 2021. And another interesting stat, which we hope doesn't happen, well, we pray doesn't happen on Saturday, is that we actually have lost to Luton 8-0 on 2 occasions, believe it or not. Once in 1932 and another time in 1937. Now, Luton have started the season pretty well. They started by beating the Dons, Wimbledon 1-0. Then Posh at home, they beat them 2-0. Lost away to Bradford 2-1. But they won their recent game at home to Wigan 1-0 to sit on 9 points in 6th place, 1 point behind the City. City are obviously in 2nd place. And the Luton fans I've spoken to, they're quite confident in terms of the side this season. Obviously, they were a bit shell-shocked after having 2 relegations on the trot. I actually predicted the start last season that Luton would be in the playoffs, so I got that one badly wrong. But most of their fans did, to be fair. But it all went badly wrong for them, and they're back down with us in League One. But they are a lot more optimistic, especially with their start of the season. They've got a few players to come back as well. As regards to players who've played for both teams, well, there's quite a few. Ray Daniel, the left-sided player, he was with both clubs. Mark Hazelwood, Welsh international. David Ford, the goalkeeper. Warren Feeney, the forward. Cameron Jerome, a lot of you would remember. Adrian Alston, the older fans would remember. And probably a couple of the most famous would be Andy Dibble, who was the goalkeeper that City sold to Luton for 100 grand in the 80s. And more recently, obviously, Mark McGuinness, the central defender we sold to Luton for up to £10 million. So we'll have a look at the 2 teams. They're likely to start Saturday, go through some injuries, etc. So City will likely start with Trott in goals. He was magnificent against Wimbledon. I thought his overall play was very, very good. You could tell that he was an outfield player before he became a goalkeeper, but he made that cracking save as well in the 85th minute to make sure we got 3 points. Capaccio, man of the match, I think, against the Dons, in my view. He's a future star for us. He's been electric, really, full of confidence, athletic, and he will be our right back. NG will possibly be in the squad, coming back to that's what I've heard. They'll be on the bench at best. Bagan will be left back with Fish and Lawler. I was thinking that Chambers might have played against Wimbledon, but thankfully Lawler played and was very comfortable. Wintle will be the number 6. And then Ashwood will be on the right. I think Turnbull will play this one, a bit more experience. Salic, Ruben Colwell, and probably Willock, who will be on the other wing, although Davis obviously is an option there. As for Luton, well, and what I was going to say as well with regards to Robertson, I forgot to mention, he is also probably back in the squad. I've heard for Saturday he's recovered with his stitches, and he may well be on the bench for Saturday. We obviously are disappointed here about Tanner being out for a few months after that nasty injury against Wimbledon. We wish him all the best. As for Luton, they tend to go in with a 3-4-2-1 formation. Their goalkeeper is Keeley. Now, Luton fans are telling me they're really happy with Keeley in goals. They're pleased with the way he started. Longwick, McGuinness, and Naismith. Naismith is highly rated. He's a good player. Kodu, Saville, Walsh, and Bramall will be in the midfield probably. Walsh, again, is probably one of their best players. Ali and Clark will be behind possibly Yates up front. Now, there's a guy the Luton fans are telling me called Nordas, who they've signed from Tromsø, I think in Norway for £3 million forward, and he's highly regarded by Luton and their fans. He may well start instead of the former Jack forward Yates. And obviously, as we know, McGuinness, ex Cardiff City, is in that central defence. And their injuries, I think they've got Joe Johnson is out. I've told Adebayo, the striker, is out as well. But they've got some good players on the bench. And I think Luton, capacity stadium, 11,000 plus. City will have 1,300 fans there, sold out very quickly days ago. So, we all know it's a tight-knit ground, unusual in terms of getting through the houses to get to the ground. We know that they're building a new 25,000-seat stadium. So it's not an easy place to go, Luton, and hasn't been for us for quite a bit. So I think it'll be City's toughest game so far of the season. Luton fans, as I said, I've spoken to, are very confident. As a team, I've never really liked Luton and their fans. I put them alongside the Jacks, Wurzels, Leeds and Burnley. That's just my view from my overall experience over the years supporting City of opposition fans I don't like. They're not my favourite fans, but they're optimistic for this game. They think they'll win. It will be close. They said 2-1 or 1-0. I think myself that, obviously it's going to be tough. I think it all depends on, our so-called lesser players like Willock performing to his best. If we can all get 7s out of 10 for our players, if we do play the way we did against Wimbledon, control the ball, 70% possession, I don't think that'll happen against Luton, but, obviously tire them out. They are confident, obviously, being in a good position. But I think this one, I'm going to forecast a draw. I got the Wimbledon game wrong, thankfully. I put Wimbledon to win 1-0 and got that wrong, thankfully. So hopefully I'm wrong on this one as well, and we end up winning this one, say 2-1, and go top of the table. So it'd be good to hear what you think of this one. Would you be happy with Willock starting? Do you think Chambers deserves a place in the side? I mean, he did well for that few moments he came on, wasn't he, right back, and made a cracking cross, wasn't it, for Robinson, wasn't it? And he's 5 yards out. He should have scored, really. But, it's a bit of quality there from Chambers. So do you think Chambers should come in maybe for Wintle? Isaac Davis possibly for Willock? So there's a couple of different options there. And how do you feel the game's going to go? Are you optimistic for this one on Saturday? So, as you know, we're giving away some prizes. And 2 seconds, I've got another prize. I know you weren't too impressed with the last one I put on. It's nothing to do with me. One of the directors of our sponsors got Ronaldo signed photo frame. Unfortunately, wearing a red shirt, as we know who that is. But, again, it's one of these prizes we're giving away in general. You could give it to someone else as a gift or sell it, which I'd probably do if I won it. So if you do subscribe this month, you're in that competition. And we've got one other prize for this month. As I said, we're doing a really good City prize for next month, which you're going to hold back for the month of September. And we'll mention that at the beginning of September. But the other prize we're doing, which a few of you might like, as I said, it's a general prize, this one, but it's a Wales photo from the semi-finals of the Euros in 2016 in France. So that's a pretty nice signed photo there as a gift, maybe for Christmas for someone. But as I said, if you do subscribe, you new subscriber in this month, you'll be in the draw for either Ronaldo signed frame or the Wales football team framed photo. So thanks very much again for watching Bluebird Corner. Really appreciate all your views and your comments and your likes. And let's hope City can get a good result on Saturday and be at the top of the table Saturday afternoon. Hope you have all a good weekend, and we shall see you soon. Take care.